Yeah, it's very tall, right? Basically, it's very good, but whoa, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, the break has elapsed and going straight back into the game. And it seems like we are already in the second minute here.
You know, I'm sorry, but I actually forgot we went through the entire draft phase.
Our podcast.
We're back, though.
We're back.
And right now we can see here, okay, in the bot side action, Endless Shards pops in.
Whoa!
Sorizo finding the kill.
Oh.
BIGETRON wins that first blood, and of course it's going to be a neutral objective secured by the hands of BIGETRON Alpha.
Was that intentional?
Sorizo gets the turtle?
I think it was intentional, but look who's getting hit.
Okay, Kabuki here, pulled by Key. Survived that one, but still very low. Will he recall in time? Let's focus on top side as Marky looks for the dive. Blazing Duet just to clear. Gamora now with the flicker will secure the kill.
Godiva still looking for more here, Gani, as they want to go for it.
Oh my god, Gamora here, very low. Gets stunned on that feather airstrike. Well timed as Facehugger will secure a kill. Finally, for Aura Fire.
So much drama in the first few minutes here. Gamora being taken down, Hai was taken out as well. And so far, Amon hasn't been really doing Aura Fire any success in this early game. BIGETRON Alpha, they've been able to utilize the flicker really well to just go out of the Endless Shards and make that damage not there.
I agree. I think now, looking at it, it does feel like the Amon, you know, it's been so weak now. It feels so weak because you're up against a utility jungler and BIGETRON Alpha's mid lane prio that they have built for themselves in the draft once again. Now, the top side of the map, it's a bit more 50-50 as opposed to the game that we saw earlier where the Brody should have a massive advantage against the carry.
Godiva engaging, but I guess... Oh, he wants to commit to this. I'm a Fenner connected and heavy spin finds the connection.
Oh, no.
Feather airstrike to secure the kill, but it's going to be Marky at the end of the day, adding to his tally kill points. Facehugger still with the RWM just to clear the waves.
Yeah, they're not being able to control the tempo at all, Aura Fire. They're really losing on these engages. They're losing on the clear as well. And it's causing BIGETRON Alpha, it's causing Aura Fire, sorry, a bit of a problem. But the talents prediction here, a lot split 3-3, right? Papulumi, Gani for Aura Fire. But the talent prediction from the rest for BIGETRON Alpha, as now you can see here, BIGETRON being able to get another turtle uncontested.
It's a good pickoff, again, a good trade on the board for BIGETRON Alpha. And really, right now, when it comes to the draft, I think BIGETRON Alpha have been able to utilize the early game much better than they did in game number 1 already. The few adjustments they made to the draft, giving their players much more comfort to play with, now is very, very visible. Gamora, I think, is the... Oh, wait, Divine Judgment.
Divine Judgment and Feather Airstrike to secure the kill. A Blazing Duet here, not to clear the waves, with Endless Shards has done more than enough damage there to kill Marky.
Another good trade on the board there for the side of Aura Fire. Getting the gold laid down. They're going for more.
My god, the Wings by Wings is still able to make Gamora safe. But my goodness, the punches from both teams. And bot side is an equal match here. Ferdrin and Lapo.
I wouldn't say it's an equal match. I think Sorizo will have a bit more pressure to play with here as he has hit that Bravest Fighter spike very early on. He got level 4 faster than the Fredrin, and he has a level lead in that lane. So you can see a bit more pressure being placed onto that bottom side where Aura Fire, if they really want to look for the ganks to get high his kills, it's most probably going to be the gold lane.
Very Godiva now in the vicinity of the Feather Airstrike. He has a flicker. Divine Judgment does not want to commit in the top side. Mid side high will be taken down as Sorizo will take the kill. Fluffy now is in a pickle, but going out is going to be a 1-4-0 trade.
You can already feel the difference that Sorizo has, right? The impact that he has as soon as he got swapped in. BIGETRON Alpha had way better time at controlling the map in general with the way of how active he is and how dominant he is on the Lapu Lapu.
it's very evident, right? You know, having a good XP laner, or, you know, not even just good, we just need to talk about confidence. Having a confident XP laner who knows exactly what he has to do in the game makes such a it's such a difference almost instantly from the get-go, from the early stage, because with the XP constantly cutting the waves and rotating faster, it will be a man advantage that the team can utilize so many times. And again, Jaskar is on one of his signatures. This was one of the heroes that he was known for in the MDL with the Akai. Carry, this time, again, able to get a gold lead so early on, and this time, Marky's the one going for the same route, even on the carry, not just the Brody. Full offense, no need for any defense.
Right now, BIGETRON Alpha with a 2,400 gold lead. The Farsa has not yet even reached her peak, but she's already being able to have that much impact in the game. She's already in the bottom side with the Wings by Wings. Her damage output is already felt as well by the members of Aura Fire, and the the Lightning Truncheon hasn't even been made yet.
I think at this point of the game, right, both teams are just playing it very passively. There's no real reason to push the pace, and as you can see from the goal differences, it's literally almost the same story as game number 1, but it's flipped, where BIGETRON Alpha have all the leads except for the mid lane, and even in the enemy jungle, when the purple buff spawns, you can see that they are already trying to look for an invade, with Jaskar being 2 levels up.
Here now,
he gets it.
Okay, heavy spin wasn't popped. Jaskar gets the purple buff. No, High gets the purple buff, actually. He wants off-camera kill. Facehager was the casualty now. Godiva flickering away. Jaskar popping that heavy spin to zone the members of Aura to take and seize that mid-side turret.
How many I'm Offended has Godiva missed in this game?
Plenty,
It's brutal. And this was supposed to be a hero that he's used for a lot of times in the past seasons, but it doesn't seem he's able to make use out of his possibility to use it as a good engage. Very unfortunate. BIGETRON Alpha now from 2,000 gold lead up to 5,000. All those turrets in the side lanes, they're falling away like dust.
Yeah, and they're controlling the tempo of the game really well. You can already see that with this comfort pick, the burst will come through, and Fluffy gets chunked really low.
Again, Key and Gamora combo, they're very nasty. It seems like they will secure the Lord comfortably, so Rizzo will get the stun on towards high. Endless Shard as a defensive maneuver. Key popping that Divine Judgment, and Godiva will fall. BIGETRON Alpha playing very textbook now. Sorizo trying to find something in the front side. Kabuki deals a lot of damage, forcing him to retreat, but there will be nothing on the board again.
So Rizzo knows that he can go in into, but wait a minute, Jaskar?
Oh, it's very low. Oh, the damage is enough. Fluffy gets the kill. Another member goes down as Marky now might be next. No! He gets the kill. Kabuki gets away. The magic. Oh my god, he used a magic count now. Gamora gets the kill as it is going to be 2-4-2, but my goodness, Sorizo finding the kill on towards high.
He's a beast. He's a beast. Aura Fire was able to get that many kills on BIGETRON Alpha because Sorizo was so far away. The fact that Sorizo is able to dash out of the endless shards from the Amon has given him the confidence to keep zoning him away from the important members that BIGETRON Alpha has, and that has just been a huge deterrent for Aura Fire.
They flipped the switch almost instantaneously here. Marky knowing the limits of carry much better than the limits of Brody in game number 1. Here you can see that he is truly in his comfort zone on the carry, understanding exactly when to utilize these dashes to get away, and even when to dash forward up against a long-ranged hero in the Yi. Now, the spacing from Marky was really what's most impressive. I thought it was just a massive blunder by Jaskar by rotating over a bit too aggressively, but they go in again.
He spin and stun connects. Godiva will fall in the backside. And Gamora begins to kill. Sorizo will not find the connection, and Gamora though finds the double. 2-4-1 as of now. BIGETRON Alpha still in the lead. Gamora, oh, he needs to be careful. It's high. We'll find assassination here, making it 2-4-2.
A bit too aggressive in that team fight. Aura Fire able to capitalize once again. They're not bad in skirmishes with this composition. BIGETRON Alpha was able to actually walk out of that one simply because they were ahead. And now Jaskar is 2 levels up. Being 2 levels up against an assassin when you're a utility means that you're basically so much more tanky. You can't get one shot anymore, and Hai's presence here in the game is slowly but surely diminishing. Knowing that BIGETRON Alpha are on their way to these defensive items, these magic defense, Hai really needs to get going here. And Aurafire, they're on the same page. They're already trying to look for a pick down below, even if it's only onto Sorizo. That's a conceal.
Oh, Grievous Fighter and BIGETRON, they're ready for it. Kabuki gets taken, pulling away, but Sorizo finds Hai in the backside. Kabuki is the next one to fall. Godiva face hugger in the backside. Marky gets taken down. 2 for 1 for now. It is still in favor for BIGETRON, but now Fluffy. Clear target. Be careful now. Gamora, will he survive? He will. So it's going to be a 3 for 1 as the Lord has spawned.
Wow. 4,000 gold lead. It was 5,000 for a bit there, but BTR now are on the right course. But this is a situation we've seen BTR in many times. You cannot get too confident in these situations if you're BTR. You've seen this happen many times before. I think we can count up to 4 games that they have been ahead in the game and have completely lost control once it gets into the later stage when they try to end. Aurafire, with significantly better high ground than last game, will be able to say that the defense is good this time.
We'll see. That's what we hope, right? But looking at the items here, it does seem like Pharsa is almost full build, right? She already has the Lightning Truncheon, the Glowing Wand. She just maybe needs a little bit more penetration afterwards. And from the Yves, only 2 items. So that already shows the disparity in the gold.
And it shows that, again, he actually did not go for the Enchanted Talisman. He had to rush to Ice Queen Wand and Glowing Wand because of how far ahead the Pharsa was on the enemy team. Knowing the burst is much more than he can handle, he can only be able to go for these, offensive items early to at least provide some utility for his team, because he cannot be, he doesn't have the time to actually build that Enchanted Talisman. He doesn't have that luxury. And with this massive gold lead, 6.4K, BIGETRON Alpha are going to be knocking on the base with a 6,000 gold lead. This is going to be very painful if Aurafire makes just a slight mistake. That Feather Airstrike takes about half.
Lord charges top side. Clean trying to find a flicker blade. Connects onto its Hai. And take a look at the shot. Fluffy surviving low with low HP. Godiva though on the other side will fall. Kabuki! Flea hitting in the backside. Finding 1, finding 2. Sorizo finds a kill in the backside. Will this be the first Maniac? This will be surely the first Maniac in MPL ID Season 11.
How many times?
The Kabuki. It's V now.
It's the Kabuki. How many times does this need to happen before BIGETRON Alpha ultimately learns not to force these fights when they've gone the base turret? And they're looking for the end. There's no way they get this. 7 seconds onto Marky. There is a chance that they end the game here, but the minions say otherwise.
No way, they can't. They have to go back. But what I was about to say is it's the Kabuki show.
Look at the gold lead. It's almost gone.
It is. As we're going to take a look at the instant replay here of what happened in that team fight.
Again, way too aggressive. Sure, you get the pin down, but it's only onto the frontliners. No respect once again from BIGETRON Alpha. Looking at the back line, sure, Kabuki has been under-farmed, but still, he is a very efficient farming machine, and he can get to those item power spikes that we saw in the itemization. He has the Golden Staff, the DHS, a lot of answers to BIGETRON Alpha's very squishy back line that they've been so safely protecting for such a long time, but now it's all gone to the dust.
Oh my, what was the gold difference? 5,000?
6,000.
6,000, now only 700, and it's falling shorter and shorter. 1 moment was all it took for Aurafire to come back in the game. But remember, Facehugger still needs those core items like the Enchanted Talisman in order for his ability to deal the utility onto the members of BIGETRON Alpha. Without that, they have to be careful with the resource allocation, especially for the real-world manipulation, if they want to win this 5v5 team fight.
Still a reset here. BIGETRON Alpha, well, Aurafire managed to equalize, so let's see. Will this momentum shift be exploited by Aurafire as Lord Dance will begin? Far lane, it's equal, but now until play, Key opening up the map. Marquee is going to be the target. Facehugger will pop that real world manipulation, but take a look at the backside. Kabuki caught! Oh my god! BIGETRON now looking for the fights. Aura Fire running, flickering away, and now it's going to be BIGETRON Alpha securing the Lord.
They gotta go, they gotta go. Without Kabuki, they don't stand a chance against BIGETRON Alpha, realizing that Marquee already full items. So Rizzo, once again, being that main factor to decide how these team fights go.
Oh man, again, right? It's Aura Fire jumping in very similarly to what BIGETRON Alpha did, not understanding where Kabuki is. And Kabuki just gets steamrolled, absolutely. But with that team fight and that Maniac, you can kind of see that with the DHS, Melthic Roar now built up with the Golden Staff and the Corrosion side. He is done. He can deal as much damage as possible. It's just the win of nature from the carry stopping him. So Marquee really needs to utilize this item properly, because if he pops it at the right time, he will still be able to destroy, even go through the win of nature from the side of Kabuki with his true damage. Meanwhile, from the other members on the team, you can already see a lot of just pressure placed on, especially from the Farsa here, with a lot of penetration. BIGETRON Alpha with one more try with the Enhanced Lord.
Fluffy melted down. He still has the Immortal though. Let's see the defense. Feather, Edge Strike, Kabuki insta out HP. Fluffy still has that Immortal, but take a look at the defense now. The Lord, they need to manage. Fluffy gets taken down. Now High will be the next. Taking a look at Kabuki. Suppression connects. Still getting away with that PMI now. Still holding on, but it seems like BIGETRON will force a game 3 as the base is just too exposed. BIGETRON Alpha winning game 2.
1-1 for BIGETRON and Aura Fire as BIGETRON come back in the game. It does appear that bringing Sorizo back into the roster and subbing Vernocure out was one of the main impactful plays that they have done to be able to go this far, making it a game 3.
6,000 gold lead. They throw it just like that.
Yeah.
It's still very concerning despite the win. BIGETRON Alpha still able to finally get their first game in MPL ID. Can you imagine it, right? BIGETRON Alpha, the way that they've been performing, finally they have won. Just like Coed showed on screen, won.